I quit my porn addiction by doing Nofap. Before Nofap, I was addicted to the hub. I remember when I first discovered the hub when one of my friends in middle school talked about it. He was talking about it and made me wonder where to find it, so after school, I started to find it on my parents' computer and found it. I was astonished. I saw things that I never saw before in my life. I was not joking, bro. I swear I saw it. Not only me who saw it, pretty much lots of people saw it. So I deleted all history and deleted every piece of evidence so that my parents didn't even see it, and I was not caught, so thank God. When I discovered it, it made me hooked on it. One time after school, usually after dinner and doing my homework and stuff, when I had the free time, I started getting on the hub on my phone. I watched one video and started to feel this feeling of lust. At the time, I didn't know what it was, but then I tried something. I got my lotion and started going at it. When the feeling of the climax and then releasing, I got scared and realized that this was the action of fapping, going at it. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm being real honest with you guys here. After that moment, this is when I got addicted to it. It even went into my freshman year of high school where after school and doing all my stuff, I went on there and just released just once a day. This went on for a long time and I was eventually addicted to it. During the lockdown and COVID times, it was to the point where I felt like I was ashamed of myself and that it made me depressed. The feeling of post-nut clarity was severe for me. I eventually got bored of it and felt like I was not good enough. The addiction was still there, but it made me feel like that I was never going to get a girlfriend and just do this for the rest of my life. This was the turning point where I was done with it and wanted to change my life. I talked about this in my recent video on how self-improvement changed my life and how discovering Nofap first started by finding the video by Jordan Green explaining the benefits of Nofap. If you didn't watch it, I recommend you checking it out because it will have more detail and make more sense in this video. But elaborating on that, back to this. I noticed something when I watched these YouTubers explaining Nofap. They were in the exact same situation as I was. Addicted to the hub, depressed, didn't get girls, etc. But then they were able to go without years without releasing and going onto the hub. I didn't believe this, but I felt a strong desire inside of me to change because my most important motive at my age is to get a girlfriend, and doing Nofap can help me do that. So I started to get on Nofap, and right after that was November, so this was a perfect time for me to do this. So I remember I started doing Nofap in November, so in October 1st, 2020, I officially started. The first day was weird and kind of hard for me because it was my habit. Right on to November 1st, aka the start of November, I didn't have high expectations of myself doing this. I would see how long would I go, and if then I relapsed, I would quit doing Nofap and be back on the hub. I was able to make it during the first week and saw massive benefits. Number one, I had more energy than ever. This makes sense because when you're on the hub and you are about to release, you are also releasing the energy, making you sluggish after, or making you kind of down, tired, sluggish, etc. Number two, my mind felt more clear and more in a positive headspace. This was something I never experienced in my teenage years and made me more productive in my life. At this point, I felt like Nofap was going to change my life. As the days go on, turning into weeks, I watched more Nofap videos to stay accountable and motivated, and learned about the truth about the porn websites. Turns out, the website is a multi-billion-dollar industry that is profiting off of lonely men who would want to get a girlfriend and use their human emotions and lust to their advantage for their money and profits. When I learned this, I was so disgusted and angry, and that was to the point where I would not let these websites control me ever, and also other people who are having addiction to it as well. As No Nut November finishes, I finally got into the habit of not going on to the hub and releasing my seed, which I didn't throughout the whole entire month, and spending that rest of the time improving myself, which also started my self-improvement journey, also a part of my video. I didn't get bored at all throughout the whole journey and learned a lot of it. At this point, I didn't expect myself from doing this. I thought that I was just going to do this and then go back to my addiction. My journey from quitting my porn addiction is making progress. I felt very not only happy, but had more self-respect for myself and not just felt ashamed, which was the important part. After No Nut November ended, I was very happy. It was the first No Nut November for me to go without releasing. At this point, I was thinking, what if I can go another month and another month or a whole entire year? I was motivated at that point. So I went on without another month and was able to accomplish that, and then the rest is just history. From making this video, I was on Nofap for over 1,000 days and went a whole year without going on to the hub and releasing. I quit my porn addiction, and I'm proudly saying that. Shout out to Jordan Green, Ice Cold JT, I Am Lucid, and more by getting on my journey on Nofap and changing my life. Without you guys, I would not be in the position that